so much. Sir. Good morning, Meraki.
Good morning.
Yes. And the people who have come back after a long time, welcome. So today I am so happy and proud and privileged to be the Toastmaster of the day. So every meeting has got a theme. What is the purpose of the theme for a meeting? It is not for the Toastmaster today to read a book or see a movie and then come back and then give it as like a project speech. So sometimes Toastmaster of the day speaks more than all the speakers put together. No, the reason for a Toastmaster of the day to pick up a theme is primarily to make the meeting little interesting and connect it with different role players and speakers. And in fact, this is not a must. Most of the Western countries, they don't have a theme. But here we have a practice to make it interesting. So today I have chosen a theme. So this is slightly different. Decoding the rebus of communication and leadership. So this is going to be the theme. So how many have heard the term rebus? Rebus? Rebus is basically a Latin word. So here, rebus means that thing. So instead of words, we try to use things.
Kind of a puzzle, right?
It is a kind of puzzle. So primarily why I have chosen a theme is, so many times we try to decipher some messages not through word alone. We try to learn it through body language, the facial expression, or even sometimes when the speaker gives a pass. Whether it is a one-to-one conversation or an enlarged conversation, people always try to decode something. And sometimes if you are aware of it, then we are self-aware. We have become self-aware. But sometimes if you don't know, then if you keep on speaking without understanding how the other person has felt, then you will involve into problem. So I'll try to come out with a little bit of the puzzles, and if you know the answer, please raise your hand. And one person at chance will be given for one person. So we'll move on. Yeah. So what do these two symbols put together mean?
Open communication.
Open communication, brilliant. Thank you so much. So I will try to pick some words that are related to communication and leadership skills, but there are some other outside the theme also. We will move on to the next one. This one, little tough. Probably the second
Mind
image.
games?
Second image is something related to physics.
State of mind.
Not really. So this is solid, liquid, and vapor.
Mind state.
Not really. Okay, little tough. Let me give the answer. Mind over matter. Mind over matter. Okay, we will move on to the next one. Now this one.
Lead.
Again, from physics we move to chemistry. You have already answered? Last.
Lead by example. Lead by example.
Lead by example. So like this, I will try to come out with a little bit of quizzes between the sessions. So now it's time for me to introduce the general evaluator. So every meeting we have one person called the general evaluator who will evaluate the entire meeting proceedings along with the team of members. So the person will have two set of team members, and today's role of general evaluator is played by a person who is an HR specialist, and she is fond of reading self-help books and fictions, and she has been with the Meraki for almost for a year. So please put your hands to welcome Toastmaster Suganya. Durga Devi. General evaluator.
I'm very delighted to be a general evaluator for today's meeting. My role today is to evaluate the whole meeting, like right from the beginning to the end, and to provide constructive feedback on how the session was conducted and highlight what went well and suggested areas for improvement. Before we move forward, let me introduce the tag team who will be supporting us by observing our language, timing, and filler words. So today's timer is Toastmaster Satish Kumar.
Distinguished.
Okay, today's timer is Distinguished Toastmaster Satish Kumar.
Thank you so much, General. Since most of the members present over here and there is a repeat guest, the timer role is to time the speeches. The prepared speeches has 5 to 7 minutes, the green for 5, amber for 6 and red at 7, and 1 to 2 minutes for table topics and evaluations 2 to 3 minutes. I request you all to please speak within your time limit to have eligibility for the voting interest. Over to you, General Manager.
Now I would like to welcome our counter for today, Toastmaster.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As an off-counter, I'll make note of any passwords so that speaker uses during the day. I'll make note of any filler words like so. Similarly, I will also make note of any repeated words. At the end of the meeting, when called upon by the general evaluator, I will come again and present my report for the day. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arvind. Now I would like to welcome the grammarian for the day, Toastmaster Bharat.
I'm the grammar Nazi for today. So I will be looking at the creative usages, the incorrect usages, and point them out at the end of the meeting. And it would be great if you also use the word of the day in your speeches wherever possible, in line with the theme, of course. The word of the day is conundrum, which means an intricate or a difficult problem. I'll give you 2 example usages. This morning I was in a conundrum when the alarm rang. I was in a conundrum whether to keep snoozing, play the snooze game, or wake up and then win the day. And obviously, I've decided not to play the snooze game. So that's one usage. The second usage is he explained the word what rebus meant. I was in a conundrum of what it really meant. It was a difficult moment for me when I first saw the theme, and then I had to Google it up. So that's basically what conundrum is. So use the word of the day, be creative in your usages, and then try to minimize incorrect usages. That's the word.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bharat. Now I would like to hand over the meeting back to the body of the day, Raj.
Thank you, Toastmaster Durga Devi, for introducing yourself as well as your team members. I think she is going to introduce the speech evaluators, the second segment when the prepared speeches are done. So now let's get started. Getting started is very important. So only when you get started, the very first step will be taken. For every in every Toastmaster meeting, we have 3 segments: prepared speech segment, table topic, and evaluation. But in Meraki, we have additional segments as and when it demands. So at least minimum 4 segments, which includes management book review. So this has been practiced from the day from this started. So very few meetings we have missed the management book review. So in order to do this book review, we have a wonderful person. So we have a wonderful person. So he is none other than our treasurer. Yeah, so before I introduce the book reviewer, let's have a few more puzzles. The next puzzle, what is this one?
Bullseye.
Icebreaker.
Icebreaker is right. Yeah, we'll move on to the next one.
Misunderstood.
Misunderstood, right? So many a times now we have to read between lines, read over the lines, read under the lines. So this is one classic example. Next one.
It should be just
Stood and
One in a million. 1 in million, that is right. Brilliant. So we move on. So the next segment will be management book review. This is going to be done by District Toastmaster Satish Kumar Subramanian. Satish has been a charter member of this club and he has played all the executive committee roles, sometimes more than twice. And Satish has been a district level podium finisher on multiple contests. And recently also he has won and he is going to represent our club. So today He is going to review the book titled The Science of Getting Started by Patrick King. Please put your hands to welcome the Toastmaster.